it's Angela, and you are listening to Divinely Connected. I am so excited that you're here today, and don't think for a single second that you're here by accident. You are absolutely been divinely guided to come here and to listen to this content today, and I couldn't be happier than to connect with you. A few things that I want to talk and share with you today about is just how I roll. Listen, when I was developing my intuition and was figuring out how it worked for me, it was extremely intimidating. I really, really, really struggled with that self-belief, with the confidence of that this can even happen, that I am intuitive. And so when I approach any of my teachings, it is in the most basic, down to earth way that I can explain it, because I know that there is often a lot of emotions and a lot of egos being triggered as we're trying to start our path. So this is definitely an episode that is excellent for newbies, people who are totally new to intuition, what it means, how they can make it work for themselves, or as a great reminder, refresher for those who have been utilizing their intuition for years. Now, before I get started, there will be words that I use, and they tend to have a reaction in people depending on their life experience and their belief system. I myself interchange the word God, universe, source energy, creator. And it's, to me, I mean that all encompassing energy, that source energy. Now, I know the word God can sometimes be very triggering for people. And honestly, I could not even say the word out loud over 10 years ago. It was something that I was wildly uncomfortable with. I felt completely um unsure of what I believed. I was brought up Catholic, but honestly, I look back and I think, geez, that divine team has been with me from day one, because I would go to church with my family as a young person and I would not absorb 1 ounce of it. Not 1 ounce. I would go daydream for an hour and then go home. As long as I was quiet, my parents were happy, right? So there is this sense of needing to figure it out for myself. And when I started my spiritual path, I grew to be able to say God, to be able to say Jesus, and talk about the archangels and Mother Mary and Archangel Michael and Raphael. And this is all from my own personal interactions through meditation, my own personal learning. So for me, it was something that was baby steps moving forward. And I challenge you to do the same. You may find yourself needing to break down belief systems that have been adapted into your life, that have been handed down generations, to create that blank slate to figure out how it works for you. I absolutely respect religion. I believe that it's better to believe in something than nothing, but I absolutely understand the setbacks, and in my personal opinion, some misinterpretations that have snowballed throughout generations. That is my own personal opinion, and here in Divinely Connected, I encourage you to have that blank canvas for yourself to figure out, what do you believe in, what feels good to you. And you will notice when you're on your divine path, when you're on your spiritual growth, that you need to take what feels good and leave the rest. You may find these books that you can't, in content that you can't put down, that you can't get enough of. Then all of a sudden, you may be 3/4 the way through the book, and I couldn't pay you to pick it up again and to finish the book. That's because you learned what you needed from that book, right? And this is how your divine team will bring you to what it is that you need. And us as humans, we love to beat ourselves up. We love to be hard on ourselves and say, oh my God, let's discredit everything that you learned because you have 2 chapters left and you didn't finish that book. Therefore, you are a failure. And that's just not so. The universe will bring in what it is that you need, and they will take out what it is that you no longer need. And that's something to really remember and to trust as you're growing and as you're figuring out your own path. A few of my favorite things that I love to teach is spirit guides, is creating a connection to your own divine team, because it's so magical. It's just so magical to be able to witness other people recognizing that they are infinitely loved and that there is limitless amount of love and support for you here in this physical form. It's such a treat. Also, watching people grow and understand and heal in ways that opens yourself up. So many of us are searching and are depressed and are closed off because of past traumas, because of lack of knowledge, because of, those egos, those big egos that raised us, and limiting beliefs and dysfunction that has been passed down. So we're all starting at ground zero. And I think that that's important to understand, that is exactly where you need to be. There's nothing wrong with being at ground zero. It's nothing wrong. You didn't show up 10 years late. You're not 50 years late. You're learning this in the exact moment in your life that you are meant to. You are not here by accident. You are not listening to this podcast by accident. You are not in a position in your life where you're looking for something. You realize that there's more, that there has to be more, no matter where you are at in your life journey. Some of us come into this in our 20s. Some of us come into this in our 60s. And we have to understand and accept that us in the physical form will always be learning. We will always be growing. There's always going to be the ability to learn more, to heal deeper, and that this is why we are here. Your intuition is going to kick up as you listen to this content. I say this in my groups, in my large events, that your intuition, your divine team is going to be utilizing your sensitivities to say, hey, this is for you. Hey, are you listening? Oh my goodness. You'll get the goosebumps. You'll get the chills. You'll get that deep knowing of like, yes, this is for me. You'll get the hair standing up on the back of your neck. All of this is ways that your loved ones and your angels and your spirit guides are going to affirm that this is real for you. My journey into developing my intuition mediumship has not been as polished as one would hope. It was downright torturous, especially for the first 3 years where I was really in the trenches, figuring it out for myself, dismantling a lot of belief systems within myself, facing a lot of fears coming in. And it was a surprise. But now that I'm on this side of it 10 years later, I understand that I needed this deep healing. I have the ability to help others and help them grow and bring them knowledge and connect them with their departed loved ones to bring in answers and closures and healing. It goes hand in hand with my own healing, which has been the biggest surprise of my life, because when I started this, and I know that some of you guys are feeling this as well. When I started this 10 years ago, I was like, there's nothing wrong with me. I don't need to heal. Boy, did I need to heal. So much dysfunctional thoughts, so many limiting beliefs, so much insecurity. And when I say insecurity, for me, the way that my insecurity shows up, it's not in the sense that I feel like I'm not good enough. It's literally feeling lack of security, like I am unsafe in this life. I am unsafe in public. I am unsafe leaning into my authenticity. That's how it showed up for me. And so there was a lot of fear based around this for myself. I had a lot of like, the Teresa Caputos of the world on a pedestal. I really admired people who had this ability. I innately believed, I intuitively believed without understanding that that was my soul speaking to me. And so how dare I feel like I could be that special? I'm not that special. I'm just some chick from a small town in the East Coast of Canada, right? Like, who am I to have a gift? And even for years of working with the public and people addressing what I do as a gift made me wildly uncomfortable until I got further into my healing, that I was able to accept it and be like, you know what? This is a gift. Not only is this a gift to others, it is a gift to me. It's changed my life completely. And so I'm okay with that. Something else that I learned along the way as well is that we are not alone. Dr. Wayne Dyer has this quote, which just sticks with me. If you are unfamiliar, those who know him love him. If you're unfamiliar, look up his content. He has been departed since, but his content and his speeches and his live talks are just unbelievable. He has this quote says, if you knew who walked beside you at all times on a path that you have chosen, you could never experience fear and doubt again. As this is him acknowledging the infinite amount of souls and energy on the other side that has been cheering us along our entire lives, but also that soul contracts exist. You chose this life. You chose to come here. You chose to learn through these struggles, and everything here has purpose. We are surrounded by infinite amount of love, infinite amount of loving beings, from departed loved ones to ancestors, spirit guides, angels, archangels, ascended masters, and source energy, universal energy, God. Developing a relationship with your guides is literally life-changing, because you know what? Humans are flawed. Humans are flawed. They will let you down. They will forget things. They will be consumed by their own stuff and leave you high and dry. And that's not even intentionally. That is just the design. But your divine team has no ego, which means no doubt, no fear, no jealousy, no comparison, no negative interpretation of you. They only have unconditional love for you. And they know that you're deserving of all good things that this life has to offer, because you are made of goodness. Your soul is made of unconditional love. You are unconditionally loved. And sometimes that's hard. It also makes sense to me that us as humans who forget by design, we don't get to remember our spiritual selves, that we are constantly yearning in this life for love, to matter, to be seen, to be heard, because we know that that's what we are made of, and we want more of it. We want to feel at home. Your divine team can help you along the way. They can help you with anything from getting the perfect parking spot at the doctor's office, to getting the promotion, to helping with your finances, helping with your health, everything. I use my spirit team for everything, and their omnipresence, which means that by me asking for help cannot take them from someone else who may need them more. Because us as humans, we love to do that. We love to block ourselves. So we'll say, oh no, I don't want to bother them because someone else is more important. They're omnipresent, which means they can be with me and be with you at the same time. And you may say, Ange, what's the difference between spirit guides and angels? Well, angels are made from source energy, made from God, for God, helpers, think of helpers for God. Spirit guides, they have lived at least one lifetime as a human. So they get it. They understand how hard it is. They're perfect to be helping with the mundane daily tasks, the life stuff, because they understand how challenging it is to be here in physical form. Angels keep us on track with our life purpose. They keep us on track with our soul contract. And you may think of one of the stories, because I know everyone has heard a story of a near-death experience. Someone may have gotten into a car accident and someone came out of nowheres and pulled them out of the car before the car exploded. And then when they looked around, no one was there. That is an angel. They can intervene only if something was going to happen to create an ending before it was our time. They have the ability to intervene. There is an hierarchy as well on the other side, a vibrational hierarchy, right? So we have human forms that vibrate at a certain frequency. And then above us, we have spirit guides. No, we have our loved ones, departed loved ones, our spirit guides, angels, archangels, ascendant masters, and then source energy. There is a sense of understanding among them. They each have their own job, their own specialty. Archangel Michael is excellent. He is known to be God's right-hand man, and he can help with everything. Bravery, courage, technology, day-to-day tasks. If you can only remember one name, Archangel Michael is who you want to remember. Do you need to know all this? No. You just need to ask for help, because there is the power of free will. Power of free will states that we need to ask for help. They cannot interfere unless, the only exception is if there is a near-death experience. If your time is going to end before it is your time, they will intervene. But the rest of it, we need to ask for help. When I first started developing my relationship with my divine team, I would invite them in every morning. Every morning I would wake up and I would say, my highest, most expert guides. The word guides for me has the intention that it includes everyone. Archangels, ascendant masters, spirit guides, whatever highest vibrational being that is best suited to help me is the intention within that statement. Highest, most expert guides, please move me where I need to be moved. Have me say what I need to say, do what I need to do, and be who I need to be to move forward here in this physical form. And let me tell you, you start saying that every morning and you watch your life change. You watch solutions come out of nowheres, and people and places, things, vices, beliefs that no longer serve you starting to fall away. It is transformative. It is transformative. We often carry a lot of these limiting beliefs with us without even knowing. So another challenge for you that I encourage you to take up is to bring your awareness within. Listen to that inner dialogue. That inner dialogue, let me tell you, it ain't nice. It ain't nice. How we talk to ourselves, and even belief systems that run rent-free within our mind. If you take the time to hear or to feel and then challenge it, you will be appalled at how many limiting beliefs live within inside of you that you don't even agree with. You don't even agree with. But grandma said it to ma, who said it to you, and it has been instilled within you. And even though you may not agree with it, it's going under the radar on autopilot. So needing to slow down, needing to become aware of your thoughts is going to be life-changing as well. So again, if you were starting your path or you're looking to add a few daily practices to your already practice, calling in your divine team every morning with you to spend the day with you, to help you, to move you forward in the ways that you need, and start listening to what's going on in between those ears. Start listening to it and ask yourself, do I believe that? Is that true? Feel what it is that you're feeling and then challenge it. Because these limiting beliefs, these hand-me-down beliefs that you may not even believe in or trust in, are dictating how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your lovers, how you proceed at work, what jobs you're going after. It controls everything. And we don't even realize. And this is where in my journey I recognized, oh geez, this is going to be harder than I anticipated, in the sense of, by me wanting to embrace my intuition, I had to heal myself. I had to wade through all those cobwebs. I had to figure it out and to heal what needed to be healed, because I am a deep believer of the following. You do not need to become intuitive. You are intuitive. You need to remove everything that has been piled on that natural sense, that natural gift, so that you can recognize it, feel it, and trust it. Because just like we were born with our other five senses, we are born with our intuition. Every single one of us has the ability to connect with our divine team, to connect with our intuition, to receive guidance from the other side, and to connect with our own loved ones. And I know you may say, Ange, well, no, I can't talk to dead people. I believe that everyone can connect with their own loved ones. Some of us, like myself, get to do it for work and do it for others. But I believe that everybody has the ability to connect with their own departed loved ones and their own divine team. And I hope that you stick around on this podcast, take away these nuggets of wisdom, learn from my mistakes so that you can feel more confident in connecting with your own intuition. Thank you so much for joining me, Angela McClellan, on Divinely Connected.